The top of the Empire State Building.
Z100, New York.
Welcome to the Z100 Artist Interview Lounge, presented by Hackensack Meridian Health. It's Maxwell and Crystal, and please swing the camera over to our little sister. Normani's in the building.
My big brother.
Welcome
I'm always
back.
so lucky to get to see you every time I
Real
come.
life energy is what the world needs, and when it's your real life
Yes.
energy, Normani, I pray that everyone understands how full the heart is. You exude that.
That's so sweet.
And with this past 2 years being something it's been tough for all of us.
Yeah.
Where is your heart at now? How are you feeling? Let's start there.
I'm really, really blessed. I know that we couldn't have predicted the last 2 years, even just in my personal life. A lot of people are like, where's the music? Where's the music? Where's the album? And what they didn't know was it was actually one of the toughest years of my life as well, because my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer for the second time. So having to deal with that and being so far away from her and not physically being able to support her the way that I would have wanted to.
Yes.
Made me feel helpless in a sense. And honestly, the only thing that I could think about was my mom and being there. But it really encouraged her and uplifted her during her chemo treatment to see me in the studio. And she'd be like, yo, what did you make today? Send me the songs. Like, I swear, my parents really think that they're A&Rs. They really do. Between my mom and my dad especially, he's like, no, that shit is hot. He's like, you got to put that out. I'm like, Dad, sorry, didn't make it. And he'd be so heartbroken. But just looking back at everything that, we've gone through as a family throughout the last 2 years, I'm just grateful to be in this position now.
Gosh.
These are better days.
Yes.
Well, we have to say thank you for that. A lot of us didn't know that you were going through those things, but regardless of that, you were still performing and putting out what you could and making sure that you were connected with your fans.
Yes.
Putting in that work. I mean, recently we just saw you on Jimmy Fallon. You were performing. So
Thank you.
how did that feel? Are you still getting nervous sometimes doing these huge opportunities?
I mean, I love to perform. I would be lying if I said I didn't get nervous. I always have the nervous jitters, but I think that that's so healthy because it means that I actually care.
It means that you're feeling something.
I'm feeling something, and I typically I step up to the plate whenever I'm
do.
nervous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I love to see that you're taking that confidence and you're understanding that.
I work well under pressure.
You work very well under pressure.
Yes, which is a blessing. Not that I should always have to, but when I need to, if I have to, I know what I'm doing. But
to know that you are able to step up and to be your best self on those days where it's not easy, or when there are people that are wondering, can she do it?
Yeah.
And to know that you can, and to be able to come on the other side of these performances, of these studio sessions, of these collabs that happen with folks that might have that little tiny bit, but they leave the room thinking like, yep, she did it. What does that feel like for you to know that you do have that within you?
I don't think that I always realized that I did. Like VMAs, for instance, I was up against a wall. Everybody that got booked for that award show had like at least a month to prepare.
You had like 23, 26, 25 minutes?
That's it. That's all they gave me. That was all I had. So, and Cardi was supposed to perform. She went into labor. It was a whole thing. It was just so many things that were wrong. Anything possible that you could imagine that went wrong times 1,000. So I was really set to not perform. I made up in my mind, I'm like, no, I can't go out there like that. Like, I've been working my ass off, and like, I don't deserve to be represented like that. Like, I always love to put my best foot forward, especially because I'm incredibly competitive with myself.
Yes, you are.
But I had an amazing support system and team around me. Like, no, you don't need the bells and whistles. You don't need to be flying from the ceiling. You don't need the theatrics of it all in order to make this shit hot.
Girl,
just go up there, have a blank LED. It's gonna change from white to red, and it's gonna be you and your dancers, and that's the show.
We were in the crowd.
It was hot. We were screaming loud. I mean, you were upside down. You were flipping all over Tiana Taylor. That was incredible.
I totally blacked out. That did happen.
All of that. Yes. Again, it's you stepped up. You did your best, and we all know, it's who you are is to really try, and the fact that you are trying and you are succeeding is the coolest thing for me, to be on this journey for a while with you, and to know, to watch. Yep, that's how she got that. She got
You've
that.
seen me grow.
Oh, yeah.
You have, and I'm pleased and just understand from my viewpoint, incredibly honored to be able to be a part of this. I mean, it means the world to me to see the woman who you've become, and you continue to become. Seriously.
Thank you.
Well, you're talking about those times that you're under pressure, and then also you have what's going on with your mom and your family. So you have a great support system, as you said, but what else do you do? Like, what do you do for self-care to make sure that you are grounded in those moments?
I go to church. I watch trash television. I'm watching Flavor of Love season 1.
So toxic.
Why is New York my hero? Love her. I freaking love her. They need to do a Where Are They Now? I love me some New York.
She has a show.
She did, right? She had a spinoff.
She did for a little bit.
They did 2 seasons, and then she had. Didn't he bring her back?
Yeah.
And she was like up against
And
Delicious.
she got spit on by Pumpkin.
Yes. That's my show right now.
Shout out New York.
Yes. And then I order like pints of ice cream, just things that make me happy, from small to big.
As we swing into Fair, this record is so vulnerable. This song is you opening up about some stuff, and breakups aren't always equal.
No,
and to relive or to speak these moments, and to be in this groove, but to be so open with your lyrics.
Yeah.
How does it feel? How therapeutic is it?
Oh my God, terrifying, but definitely very therapeutic. All in the same breath. Like, for me, which I know that you guys can probably see based off of like social media, I feel safe when I don't share too much.
Yeah.
Especially because I know what it's like to give so much but be ridiculed. I've been doing this for such a long time, as you know, since I was 15. And so growing up in the public eye and being so misunderstood is really, really scary, especially when I know who I am. But for some reason, it doesn't always
translate well. People
pick
and choose different pieces to...
Exactly. And so because I've given so much, I owe it to myself to protect myself, but I also know that my fans deserve more of me, the people that genuinely love me. And so I try to focus more on the positive than the negative, even though it only takes one, comment. But what was the question again?
Well, in the sense to be so vulnerable and to be there in those stories, and how therapeutic it is to get it off of your chest.
This was a breakthrough for me.
Yeah,
for sure. It was definitely a breakthrough, because I feel like I'm always so used to having to be put together, especially being a Black woman in this industry. That's a real thing, and it's a real struggle, and our experience is significantly different. And so always just having to fight and be the best version of ourselves to even get just a little bit of acknowledgement.
It's exhausting.
It's really draining.
Yes.
It's really, really, really draining. And I just got to a point where I'm like, I love what I do, and I know that I love what I do. So let's take it back. Like, I love the art, everything else that comes with it. It's the shit that we go through as artists, as a woman and as a Black woman. A lot of the time, like I said, my back is so up against the wall. But for me, this was very, very therapeutic.
It comes through.
Yes.
It comes through. It sounds like it's a healing. It's a growth. It's where you are in your life now. And on behalf of the fans, it's
the first step to me being able to do that more.
Yeah, we thank you, because this is going to allow you to really tap into those parts of your heart that you're hoping to, and the reception being what it is going to be something that you're going to get ready for a lot of open arms and a lot of hugs post COVID.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because people are going to be there for you, for real.
And I want to touch on that struggle that you just mentioned, being a Black woman in the industry and music. We had our girl Lotto that was recently talking about. She's incredible.
Her album is so good. It's so good. Yes.
And she's talking about how in the industry sometimes you have these grimy people that are doing some slick stuff and not treating you as they should, just because you're not giving them the attention or the sexuality that they expect from you. Have you found that in the business too?
I mean, I would definitely say, especially this being such a male dominated industry from execs to on down, and I feel like people often think that they have Black women figured out. and think that this is all we're capable of. And that's why it's incredibly important through dance for me. Like, I come from a technical background.
Yes.
You know, I can give you point. I can give you contemporary. I can also shake my ass if you want me to, but that's not all I can do.
No.
You know? Like, we're so multifaceted and there's so many dimensions to us, and we have amazing ideas and we're smart and we're articulate. Like, there's so much that comes with us, and I feel like often we're not given the opportunity to present that.
Watch this segue, and I don't mean to cut you off, but watch this segue. Talk about what you're doing with Cracker Jacks. And how important women in sports.
Yeah.
And just showing that there are so many dimensions to who you are, to get these calls. Was it Amy Paris? You know what I mean?
Yes.
The fact that you're getting, Rihanna wanted you to be a part of Fenty, to show that there are so many parts and so many layers to who you are. How must that feel to you to know that you're getting the chance to share who Normani is and to represent the different parts of who you are? Exactly
what you just said. Representation for me is so key, especially me thinking back to when I was a young girl and being able to look at 106 in Park and see Janet and see Destiny's Child and TLC, you know, and then in gymnastics and sports, seeing a black girl, Dominique Doss, that looked muscular like me and chocolate and like really just killing the game. For me, made me feel like I could also accomplish that, and it made it feel like it wasn't so out of reach.
Yes. And you're doing that now for so many people. And that's one of the things that I've always loved from the very beginning of when we first met on, and I'm never going to forget, it was a wild ass phone conversation. The first time we ever did an interview, but just to know that you were a part of something that's bigger than you, and you recognize that. And it's so important.
It's easy to lose sight of that.
Yeah.
Because of just, exactly. I have to often remind myself that. And it makes everything that I do worth it anytime people are like, yo, like you showing up for us. You're really showing up for us. And sometimes I think the pressures of that also, you know, with New Heights comes responsibility as well. But it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It really, really is. I'm blessed. I'm a vessel. So
now throwing it to the music, you're working on your big album, and we're so excited to hear what you have coming out. Yes. You mentioned that you have some up tempo coming up for the girls. I do.
It's giving club. It's definitely giving club. I know that's what the girls want.
Yes,
okay.
It's what you want. Also,
it is also what I want. I'm excited. I'm like, I want my bundles back in. I'm trying to, you know.
There she is.
We're outside. We're outside. Hang time. Right. I'm trying to give inches. You know, for Wild Side, I was on my tomboy,
sexy,
you know, like a boy Sierra vibe. But I'm like,
on your Aaliyah.
Put me in heels. Yes, on my Aaliyah. Yes.
You know, as we wrap things up, how excited are you for the rest of this year to be in the, what we said before, the endemic, to have the album be ready now, and you know, things in the, you know, for having it not be in the past, but now is the time that it's supposed to be. How excited are you for this, for us to read this page of the book?
I'm incredibly excited, and I think that, you know, with the pressures of, like I said, where's the album? Like, timing is everything. Time is everything. And I believe in God. I trust in Him. And I believe that what is for me is for me. And I won't be able to take away, nor can anybody else. So, and because I'm such a visual artist, I need to be on stage. I need my fans to be in the crowd. Like, now feels like the right time.
You said it. We ready for it now.
We are.
I mean, not the pressure sense, but just now is the right time, because the world needs that healing. We need that camaraderie. We need to be in the clubs, listening to this. We need to see the show come to life as you want it to come to life from the visual standpoint. And that couldn't happen a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, when, you know, when maybe you thought it was right. But as you said, trust in.
Yes, always.
You got this.
Thank you.
God.
Yes. Now for the album, we know that you're going to have some iconic collabs on there. We've heard some whispers. Are you like really excited about who you've decided to partner with?
I absolutely am. And I don't get like too excited about a lot of people.
You've been in the industry. You've you've worked.
Blink once if it's a Lotto collab. She didn't blink. Okay. Blink.
No, but I do want to do something with her.
Okay, blink twice.
Like, that would be so fire. Like, a record for the South. That would be so dope.
Blink twice if there's a chance for Maxwell and Crystal to hop on the collab. Oh, yeah. All right, there it is. Coming this summer.
Do a little interlude.
I'm like, y'all trying to hop on the next one? Oh my God, they would eat me up. They're like, sis, give us a solo song. Okay.
But the collabs are there, the whispers are there.
Yes.
You're really, gosh,
I've
Normani.
been so lucky, honestly, with everybody that I've been able to work with.
They've been dope.
From just like the artist side, but also just creatives, like behind the scenes that make this shit happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The writers, the producers, like
Choreographers,
directors, choreographers, glam team, everybody.
Yeah.
I think the theme of this conversation should be just, trust in the Lord, trust in the process, stay the course, be true to who you are. And that's what you've given since day one. And you've proven that you can do it, whether it be with your sisters behind you, whether it be upside down on the stage at the VMAs and being that performance that the world was infatuated with because you were just being so true to who you were. That's what we all can't wait for, and continue to do that.
Thank
and
you.
this door will always be open for you to walk
And
through and
thank
get a
you
hug.
for always supporting me and welcoming me with open arms.
100%. Always will. All right. Can we give a round of applause to this superstar? She's a gem. This is Normani.
From the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100.